Intro, one sec. What's going on, guys? GregglesTV. We're going to be talking about the iPhone 7. I have Michael Tobin from Initial Focus on the phone with me, so if you can hear some background noise or someone talking in a very high-pitched voice, it's Mr. Tobin. Say hi, Say hi, Michael.
How's it going, guys?
All right, cool. So the iPhone 7, like we said, was announced today, and the big things coming out of it at a glance, and this is from a website, has got a new glossy black and another just a plain black color. It's got a faster A10 processor, which is now a quad core processor. They were on dual core processors, now they're up to quad core. The iPhone 7 Plus now has a wide angle and telephoto lens. New Retina HD display is 25% brighter. That's on both models, right? The 25% increase, or no?
Yes, it's the same processor and GPU and all that stuff on both.
Perfect. Now it's water and dust proof, so IP67. So 1 meter of water for about 30 minutes. You can keep the phone in before it would be not waterproof. Just to give you some context, the Note 7 is IP68 or 3 meters, so it's a little bit better than the iPhone. The home button has force feedback. What was the force feedback for again? Do you remember? Like, what is it going to, besides it just feeding back? Why would we want force feedback?
The home button really confused me, to be honest, because I didn't know if it meant that it was now like the OnePlus 3 where you don't actually press it and it just gives you a haptic feedback type thing. They mentioned that it was customizable, and it kind of always has been, like if you triple click type thing, but they didn't really go into too much detail about the home button, so I'm not 100% sure what the point of the haptic feedback, if it still is a typical button thing. I honestly don't know. It's really confusing.
Well, I guess we'll end up. Someone will either tell us in the comments, or more will come out as the phone comes out. Stereo speakers at the top and the bottom with double the volume of the previous version. That is very interesting because I can't think of any phone, and I could be mistaken, but I can't think of any phone that has a stereo sound and they have one speaker at the top, one at the bottom. That actually is kind of cool. Do you like that? Or
I like it a lot. But didn't the HTC M8 or something, wasn't that the first to have the stereo speakers in the front, and one was by the top speaker grill and one was on the bottom?
It's completely possible. I just don't know. I just remember the HTC phones had speakers on the front, which a few phones have had speakers on the front, but as for one at the top, one at the bottom, I don't remember that. It's interesting though. New wireless. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I like that the antenna lines, especially on the black versions, is near invisible, which is nice.
Yeah, the antennas are hidden now. The new wireless AirPod headphones available as an extra. Those come out in October. They're going to be $159, which is way overpriced, but you'll probably say that's an amazing deal.
No, me and my other Apple friend Christian were texting during the event, and the entire time they were talking about it, we were guessing, and he guessed like $129. I said I would like it to be $99, but it's probably going to be $199. So it was in the middle of our guesses, basically.
Also, we've got no headphone socket, but an adapter and a Lightning AirPod will come in every box. So you'll still be able to use your headphones, any headphones really, except you'll have a little adapter that plugs in at the bottom with a headphone jack. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that was a huge deal that when they were like, yeah, we'll include the Lightning to whatever it's called, auxiliary port adapter in the box. People were like, whoa.
Did you see that's cool that they do that. They're not charging you extra. I like that part. Did you see why they actually took the headphone jack out? Mac Rumors just reported it earlier today. Did you see why it was, or do you want me to tell you?
I didn't see why Mac rumors. I mean, I know they explained just to make room for everything else.
So the real reason, I guess, that came out, and Mac Rumors is reporting this, is that they did it so that they could make the phone waterproof.
That makes sense.
Which, I mean, it's kind of a lame excuse because the iPhone, I'm sorry, the Note 7 is already waterproof and has a headphone jack. So, I mean, Apple obviously has the technology to figure that out, but I think it's more out of everything that it is. It's Apple just wants to get away from the headphone jack and push. They like to push ports out of the way and push technology ahead in that regard, and I like that. I think that's a cool thing. The adapters are really lame, but at least it's a fix for people that still want some regular headphones.
Yeah, I mean, the adapters, they don't really care to be much of anything. The adapters is Apple basically throwing their kind of middle finger to everyone else, saying, like, if you're going to complain about it, here's a free adapter, but most of you are just going to lose it or never use it.
Yeah. The other thing, and you and I kind of joked about this, is that Apple announced that they're going to have 2 hours of extra battery life versus what they had before. You were kind of mean. Remember earlier, me and Michael were talking about. He was basically kind of making fun of how Apple will say, oh, you get 16 hours on Wi-Fi, you get 20 hours of with nothing on. And you're right. It's like it's cool to know that stuff, but give me real world statistics. And I think the real world statistic from it is that you'll get 12 hours of battery life, which is really not true, because if you keep your phone on with the screen on and you're using it, there's no way that the iPhone is going to give you 12 hours of on-screen time. There's no phone that does that.
Not a chance, especially after the Note 7. I mean, that got 8.5 hours on the Geekbench battery test, and when I ran my iPhone 6s Plus, it got just under 5 hours. It was like 4 hours and 52 minutes. And they said you'll get about an hour more real world use than more on the 6 Plus, on the 7 Plus. So basically, in theory, I should be able to run a Geekbench test or a battery test on the iPhone 7 Plus and get about 5 hours and 50 minutes of screen on time, which is still very good. I mean, that's still, I'm totally fine with that. But it would, like you said, it would be nice to know the actual milliamps.
What got you? What are a couple of things that got you excited about the phone?
Well, the first thing was definitely the fact that they leaked pictures on their Twitter prior to the announcement.
Oh, did they? I didn't even.
Seeing all black was awesome. The dual cameras. I mean, cameras is pretty much the deal breaker for me. So the fact that they brought raw images and much better color saturation, an upgraded selfie cam, I don't care about that too much. But I wish they added more video features. But yeah.
Yeah, I think. I honestly, I don't know if I could say anything got me super excited about it. It's a cool looking phone. I'd love to try it, but like I told you earlier on the phone when we were talking, I want some customization in the software in terms of the home screens and the. I wish they had a launcher of some sort. I wish I could change the way they have it and the notification system, and that stuff's all still the same. The phone looks great. It still looks like the same iPhone to me anyway. It's nice that it has waterproof. It's cool that it has stereo speakers. It's going to be fast as hell. Obviously, every iPhone is. It's got things that Android already had. Android was already waterproof. Android already. Well, I guess no. They all still have the headphone jack, but I mean. Other than that, to me, it's the same iPhone. If you love iPhones, you're going to love this phone. If you hate iPhones, you're going to hate this phone. That's really, to me, what breaks it down. It's the same iPhone every year. It's a better camera. It's faster. It's got some quirky thing now. Now, the quirky thing this year, I think, is going to be the haptic feedback on the actual home button. Last year, it was the Force Touch on the screen. I mean... Samsung kind of does the same thing in ways where they obviously did it this year with the retina reader for your eyes to unlock the phone and do different things with that. I don't know. it's a cool phone. It's definitely going to be a great phone. It's going to be the best or one of the best phones of the year. You can already hear what people are going to say about it because Apple makes solid products. Apple makes things that just work. Apple makes products that people know how to use right out of the box. You know?
Yeah.
Was there anything? What was a couple of things that were kind of disappointed you about this phone? And I know you have before you start. I know you didn't try it, but actually before you even go to that, I just want to mention this because it just showed on the video I'm playing. It went up. There's 32 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes of storage. They got rid of the 16, so that's really, really cool. The prices stayed the same, more or less. I think the iPhone 7 Plus is a little bit more, right, than it used to be. 769 was it? It wasn't that much before. Wasn't it like 699 or something, or 729?
It was 749.
740. So it went up $20, which is not a bad deal, especially when you're getting way tons more storage. Okay, so sorry I cut you off. What kind of disappointed you about the phone?
Honestly, I really just want an OLED screen. I'm fine with the fact that it's still 1080p. Screen looks great to me. I'm happy it's brighter. I just really wanted OLED.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would have been cool, I guess, but I guess we're kind of lucky because the screens are so small that it's probably very tough to see any difference between a 2K screen and a 1080p screen unless you're using a magnifying glass. They're both going to look great.
Yep.
Anything else? What did you think about the watch? Did you have any interest in the new watch, Apple Watch 2, or whatever they're calling it?
I have to see it, and it was kind of a boring update in my opinion. I mean, I'll have to play with it. If it's really that much faster and stuff, I may give it another chance, but it didn't impress me too much. It's the same design. They have like a couple new bands, but that's pretty much it.
The Mario thing is kind of cool, right? I mean, I don't know if that's going to be exclusive to Apple. I'll be kind of surprised if it is, but if that's exclusive to Apple, that's an app that's a game changer for especially a Nintendo fan. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where Apple has an agreement. It's probably like a 3 or 6 month exclusive, and then it will go to Android and everywhere else.
Yeah,
probably. Shortly after them. Apple will probably reserve it for holiday time.
Right, totally. Other than that, man, I think we pretty much covered it. It comes in pink, gold, silver, black, and jet black. The jet black, looks like the jet black kind of looks like the Note 7 black. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it looks like that and the OnePlus X in my opinion.
What color are you gonna get? Well, let me ask you 2 questions. What color are you going to get, and what do you think is going to be the most popular selling color?
I think the jet black will be very popular. I'm debating between the jet black and the matte black. The matte black obviously will be a lot more forgiving in terms of fingerprints.
Yeah.
But like you said, I really loved the look of the all-black Note 7. And so it may win me over.
Yeah, I would go either jet black or that regular black, which kind of looks gray from the photos on the Apple website.
When I pre-order Friday, I'm not sure what I'm going to choose yet. So.
What size are you going to get? 128 or 256?
Oh, definitely 256. I've already almost filled up my 128.
Dude, it's so not necessary.
Oh.
I can see if you take a lot of photos, but you can just back them up on the computer or on Google Photos or somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Apple website. I doubt you're watching live with me, but everything else looks the same. Yeah, no problem. So that's pretty much the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I want to thank Michael from Initial Focus. He wasn't able to join me on camera today, but he did call in, which is always kind of him. So guys, we will see you guys down the road. Peace.